Hi, this is Amy Ford. Welcome back to Introduction to Microsoft Excel 2007. This is part 4. As a quick reminder, you'll want to have Microsoft Excel open on your computer because you'll be switching back and forth between your web browser and Excel. And then if you need to pause the video, just click on the pause button in the bottom left corner of the video screen. Also, don't forget the extra tools for this class on this site as well. Now what we're going to learn in this class, we're going to get into formatting cells, number format and merging, and text wrapping. There's a lot of reasons why you might want to format your cells with different fonts, colors, or justification, or styles, but basically these tools are here to make reading your data quicker and easier. You can use these different tools to call attention to particular items on your spreadsheet, or just make things look nice. It's up to you. So, in order to start, you have to select the cells that you want to format. I'm just going to click this one. So you can click it if you just want to do one cell. You can click in a cell and then drag through the other cells that you want to format. Okay, you can click to select an entire column, placing your cursor on the column header and clicking there. You can see that this column is entirely selected. Or instead you could select a whole row by clicking on the row header off to the left side here. And all of the formatting tools are on the Home tab. You can see the Home tab is selected here. And there's lots of formatting things here with font, alignment, that sort of thing. So you can change the font here. I'm going to take another font. You can change the font size, bigger or smaller. And we can make it bold, or we can make it italic or underlined, or like you can see, we can do all three at once. We can fill the boxes with a particular color, or we can even change the font color itself, which is right next to the box color. We can change, let's see, let's have a nice red there. I'm going to change my spreadsheet just a little bit so that you can see the next part. We can change alignment. Alignment is in the next group, next to font. So we can have our text or our data be at the top of the cell, or right in the middle, going up and down, or at the bottom of the cell. And we can have things aligned to the left. This is going to be a little bit easier to see if I change this out a little bit. We can have it go to the left, or we can have it in the center of the cell, or we can have it to the right of the cell. See how that justification changes? Now this formatting will apply to all of the cells that we've selected. So if you've accidentally formatted more of the cells than you wanted to, you can click on the undo button. It's up top here on the quick access toolbar, and you can do that as many times as you need to. You can see that it keeps undoing changes one by one in the order that we changed them. So I could go all the way back to where I started. Do some practice with that on your own, but we could spend all day making our spreadsheets looking really, really cool. But let's move on to number format and merging. Number format is really useful because if Excel knows what kind of numbers you're using, say like percentages or dates, it can use that information to clean up your data and offer you functions for that particular thing. So let me show you what I mean. All of the numbers in this column here, my column E, are a price, and so I want to have dollar signs in front of them to show that. So I'm going to select the whole column, click on the column header, and then I am going to go to the number group on the Home tab, and I'm going to select the dollar sign button. Just click on that one time. And you can see it put decimal places and price signs in front of every number that's in this column. So the same thing with this next column. These are all percentages. So I'm going to select this entire column, click on the column header, and then in the number group I'm going to click on the little percent sign, and it changes those decimal point numbers into percentages with a percentage sign. Now if I wanted a different number format that doesn't have its own button in the number group, there's a drop down box at the top of the number group, and there's lots of different kinds of choices for currency, dates, times, fractions, and then at the bottom there's even more number formats if you don't find the kind of format that you're looking for. So you can see why these number formats could be really, really useful in formatting your data so that you don't have to type quite so many things. Okay, let's move on to merging. If you need to have like one unbroken cell that is wider or taller than other cells, you can merge cells to get that. So I'm going to select these four, make it six. Let's make it 6 cells over here. Okay, what you do is just click and drag to select the cells that you want to merge, and then click the right mouse button on your mouse. And what happens is you get a context menu. And then right here we're going to click on Format Cells. And in this pop-up box you're going to see that all of those number format types that we just looked at are there. It's because this is another way that you can select normal formats as well. So in this pop-up box there's several tabs across the top. Let's click on the Alignment tab here. And then here in the Text Control section, click on the Merge Cells box so it has a little check mark in it. And then at the bottom, click OK. You'll see that the cells you selected have become just one great big box. I'm going to click out of here so that you can see there's no grid lines between the boxes anymore. It's just one big box. The alignment menu also has a really another useful feature called Wrap Text for when you don't want to resize your columns, but you want to see all the data that's typed into your cells. Let me show you how that works. I'm going to make this smaller, and you can see if I make it really small, we can't see the entire title of the book that I have typed in. So we're going to wrap the text around. I'm going to select the whole column, and again, right-click with the mouse, and we'll click on Format Cells, just like we did in order to get the merged boxes. Okay, and instead of Merge Cells, we'll click in that Merge Cells until it's blank, and instead we'll click in the Wrap Text box, which is just 2 little boxes above Merge Cells, and then click on OK, and take a look what happened. So what Excel does is it keeps your column the same width from side to side, but then it expands the row size up and down so that you can see everything that's in the cell, and it will put words that got cut off on the next line. This is really useful, particularly in printing, when you only want to have your spreadsheet be as wide as a regular piece of paper. You can use this wrap text in order to get all of your data to print out really nicely. Okay, wrapping up this class, we've just learned how to format cells, do number format, merging, and also wrapping text. In the next class, we're going to learn how to use the autofill and start creating some basic formulas for doing some number crunching. I'll see you soon.